Yes. Now we are going to study about the organic chemistry. That means the chemistry, the compounds which contains the carbon, hydrogen and other molecules, main carbon atoms. So this organic chemistry already we learnt in class 11th. But in 12th class, of course, the first chapter is dealing the haloalkanes and haloarenes. Here halogen atoms are represented by the letter X. X means fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine. Any halogen atom may be presented. Generally, haloalkanes or haloarenes means in an alkane general formula is CnH2n plus 2. This is the general formula of an alkane. In this one, if one hydrogen is replaced by one halogen atom, these compounds we will call it as haloalkanes or alkyl halides. Another name is also there, alkyl halides. Either haloalkanes or alkyl halides. Already we know that in a alkane, one hydrogen is displaced or replaced by some other atom. This group we will call it as alkyl group. So in the formation of alkyl halides or haloalkanes, one hydrogen is replaced by hydrogen atoms are replaced by halogen atoms. So in the similarly, arenes means benzene compounds. In the benzene compounds are also one hydrogen is replaced by halogen atoms. So these are the things are there. But generally in haloalkanes there are the two types are there. Halogen atom where it is attached to the carbon atom which is in the hybridization state is sp3. These are called the haloalkanes. In haloalkanes where the halogen atom is attached to the carbon atom whose hybridization state is sp3. But in haloarenes where the halogen atom is attached, generally that is the sp2 carbon atom. So haloarenes. So these are the two important things are there, you should know it. Now generally this chlorine atom is there. So it is having the antibiotic properties generally. So that's why many haloalkane compounds are playing a vital important role in our daily life as well as in the clinical technology or clinical treatments. So we are using generally chloramphenicol, that is where the chloramphenicol is the one compound okay, where which is having the antibiotic character. It is used in the treatment of typhoid fever. Typhoid, to cure the typhoid. Next again, thyroxine. Already we know that some in our body, thyroxine is the enzyme which is secreted. And again, so it contains the iodine. It contains the iodine. Suppose the less iodine character, if it is less, so we will get generally the people will get the disease goiter. So that means to treat this one means we will add the iodine to the salt. That's why iodized salt we will use for the treatment of goiter disease. And again chloroquine is also there. So these tablets we will use to reduce the fever, that is malaria, to cure the malaria. Okay. Nowadays we are using COVID, that is coronavirus treatment. What we are using? Hydroxychloroquine. So that's why we are using to treat this COVID antibiotics. And again one more is also there. Halothane is the substance which where we are using, it is used in the anesthetic purpose in the surgery, anesthetic purpose, drug. And again fluorinated compounds, the compounds which contains the more fluorinated compounds, they are potential blood substituted in the surgery compounds we are using. So like this they are playing a very important role, these haloalkanes and haloarenes. So this is the most important. So this is the introduction. Now after the introduction, we will see that the classification of the these things. Okay, so that means classification of haloalkanes and haloarenes. Generally, according to their halogen atoms, number of halogen atoms, so they were classified. Suppose if contains one halogen, CH3Cl, that means it is called the monohaloalkane. Suppose if they are containing the two di, and if they are containing more than two, they are called the polyhalogen compounds. Polyhalogen compounds mostly. So these are the main important classification. That means according to the number of halogen atoms, they are classified into monohalogen compounds, dihalogen compounds, or polyhalogen compounds. So this is the most important. Again, these mono compounds are further classified accordingly where the halogen atom is attached to the carbon atom. So already we know that the carbon atom in this one sp3 hybridized state and the sp2 hybridized state. sp3 is we can find out in the alkanes, sp2 we can find out in the arenes. So that is the most important. Again, monohalogen compounds are classified into the carbon atom where the halogen atom is attached. First, sp3 hybridized carbon atom. So before going to this classification, now let us see the alkyl compounds, that is CnH2n plus 1 into and halogen atom. So these compounds are also forming the homologous series. Many compounds they will be in the same formula. So they are called the homologues, and this character is called the homologous series of the compounds. So before going to this, okay, so accordingly the number of carbon atoms where it is attached, they are classified into mono, di and tri, or generally we will say poly compounds. Okay, again these mono compounds again are classified into primary, secondary, tertiary. That means according to the carbon atom where it is attached. Already we know that primary, or it is also called the 1 degree compounds, 2 degree compounds, 3 degree compounds. In primary, if you observe it, R dash, here two hydrogens are there. Suppose if it is attached to the halogen atom, that means this is called the primary carbon atom, and these compounds are called the primary halides, or they are also called the 1 degree compounds. So 2 degree means R, C and R dash. That means 2 methyl groups are there, or 2 alkyl groups are there to the carbon attached where the halogen is attached. This is called the second degree compound. And third degree means where R, R dash, R double dash. That means the carbon atom where the halogen atom is attached, it is surrounded by all the 3 alkyl groups. This is called the 3 degree compound. So like this, primary, secondary and tertiary carbon compounds are halogen alkanes. Like this also we can classify. So first classification is according to the number of halogen atoms. Again, these mono compounds, they are classified into again primary, secondary, tertiary, 1 degree, 2 degree and 3 degree. And so observe it. So 1 degree means this carbon atom is attached to the halogen, is attached to the one carbon atom only, but not the other. This carbon atom is surrounded by the 2 carbon atoms means 2 degree. If this carbon atom is surrounded by the 3 carbon atoms, that is called the third degree carbon compounds. So like this we will give the names. So now accordingly this is the another classification of monohalogens, monohaloalkanes. And another classification is also there. This according to the carbon atom where the halogen is attached. So 2 types are there. Okay, if you observe it, if this carbon atom is attached to the carbon atom where the double bond carbon atoms are there adjacent to each other. So this carbon atom we will call it as allylic carbon atom. Allylic carbon atom. So here if you observe it, its hybridization state is only sp3, but this hybridization state is sp2. So Accordingly, the another classification is there where the halogen atom is attached to the sp3 hybridized carbon atom, where that carbon atom is attached to the double bonded carbon atoms. These are adjacent carbon atoms. That carbon atom we will call it as allylic carbon atom or allylic halides. These are called the allylic halides. Okay, so try to understand it. But if you observe in the arene compounds, so all these are the double bonds are there. So this double bond adjacent to this double bond, one carbon atom should be there, and that carbon atom should hold the halogen atom. So this is called the vinyl or benzylic carbon atom. So try to understand it. Okay, allylic carbon atom and benzylic carbon atom. So these two, in these two, carbon atom's hybridization state is sp3 only. So where the carbon atom is attached to the double bonded carbon atoms, if it is attached, that carbon atom only we will call it as allylic carbon atom or benzylic carbon atom. Try to understand it. This is another classification: benzylic halides and allylic halides. So one more classification is also there. Try to understand this so that you can write well. So that is, one is allylic halides and the second one is benzylic halides. So what is the allylic halides? Carbon atom where the halogen is attached, that carbon atom should have the double bonded carbon atom adjacent to each other. Similarly, here also in a benzene ring, okay, where the carbon atom is attached. So here sp3 hybridized carbon atom only it is attached. Here also sp3 hybridized carbon atom only it is attached. So these are the sp3 hybridized carbon atoms are two types: allylic halides and benzylic halides. Similarly, suppose if it is attached to the third carbon atom, that is the double bonded carbon atoms. If a halogen is attached, another one, so that is also there. That is vinylic. So allylic carbon atom. If it is sp2 hybridized carbon atom, if it is the halogen is attached directly, so this is called the vinylic carbon atom, okay, or vinylic halides, and these are also called the aryl halides. So where the halogen is attached directly to the double bonded carbon atom, means here the carbon hybridization state is sp2, here also the carbon hybridization state is sp2. So these are called the aryl halides. Aryl halides. So just try to understand it, the classification. So they are asking the question, what is the allylic carbon atom? The carbon atom where the halogen is attached, if it is attached to the adjacent double bonded carbon atom, this is called the allylic, otherwise it is called the benzylic in the benzene ring. Suppose if it is directly attached to the carbon atom where whose hybridization state is sp2, they are called the vinylic, that is alkyl groups. These are the alkanes and these are called the arenes. So allylic and vinylic group, vinylic halides, and these are called the aryl halides. So like this classification is there. So first introduction, classification of the haloalkanes and haloarenes. Next we will come to the nomenclature. Let us discuss about the nomenclature. In the nomenclature of these haloalkanes and haloarenes, generally two types of names, common names and IUPAC names. Already we know that. So generally common names for haloalkanes, they are also called the alkyl halides. That means first alkyl group we will keep and then halogen atom we will write down the names. But in the IUPAC name, first we will write down the halogen atom, then corresponding alkane name we will write down. So that is the difference. Example, CH3Cl. Okay. In alkyl halides, when you are giving the common names, first of all we have to check accordingly if whether they are in the straight chain compounds or in the branched chain compounds. If they are straight chain compounds, we will say normal. If they are in the branched chain, we will use the iso. Okay, so that is the more important. Suppose if it is there CH3, CHCl, CH2Cl. Okay, if it is there. So this is the normal chain. So what is this one? Alkyl name. That means two carbon atoms means ethyl, ethane. So ethyl chloride. So that is the common name we will give. So normal ethyl chloride. Similarly, in the IUPAC names, chloroethane. So the same name it will be given as the chloroethane. So like this, we will give the common names for the haloalkanes and IUPAC names for the haloalkanes. So generally we will use the IUPAC nomenclature only. So IUPAC nomenclature, how to give the names? Haloalkanes. That is the name. That means chloroethane, bromoethane or bromomethane. So like that, that means alkane name should come in the last. And halogen atom is to be substituted, halogen atom is to be written first. Chloro, bromo, iodo. So like that we will give the names. So this is one. Suppose if it is, okay, so one more is also there. CH3, CH2, Cl. If CH3 group is there here also, then if it is in the branched chain, we will use the word in the common names as iso. Okay, iso, whenever you are writing down, all the carbon atoms, 4 carbon atoms are there. Iso, alkyl groups means butyl chloride. Just write down directly. So like this we will give the name. But at the same time, in the IUPAC nomenclature, we will not give the name. We will note down the positions of their methyl groups first. Then we will give the names. Okay. So where they are there? 1, 2, 3. That is second carbon atom. It is there. Or in this one, if you write down from here, 1, 2. That is 2 carbon atoms. At first carbon atom or the second carbon atom, 1, 2. At the second carbon atom, 2 methyl groups are there. So 2 dimethyl. Next chloroethane. So like this, we will write down the name of the IUPAC nomenclature. Wherever they are there, like this. In the similarly, it is also called the isobutyl chloride in the common name, but in the IUPAC names, we will mention the number where they are attached. So like this, we will give the names of the haloalkanes. But monohalogen arenes, benzene compounds, monohalogen. That means if it is contains only the one halogen. Suppose if bromine is there, bromobenzene we will write down. If chlorine is there, chlorobenzene. So that means monohalogen atoms, arenes, we will derive the names of the benzene, corresponding halobenzene. That is chlorobenzene, bromobenzene, iodobenzene. So that is, but for this one, common names are also same and IUPAC names are also same. That is the important. But if they are containing 2 halogen atoms, that is dihalogen atoms compounds, that is the more important. Suppose in dihalogens, if they are containing, what you will give? Okay, that is also, if same type of halogen atoms are attached or different halogens. Different halogens means we will write down the different halogen atoms names. But if they are having the same type of halogen atoms, if they are attached, they are called the alkylidene or it is also called the alkaline dihalides. Alkaline dihalides. So this is, we will give the names to the alkyl halides. Alkylidene or alkaline dihalides. So like this we will give the name. Again, something, suppose there are 2 halogen atoms if it is there, 2 chlorine atoms, 2 bromine atoms if it is there. When you are writing down about this alkylidene and alkaline dihalides, so where the 2 chlorine atoms are there, possibility is there, CH3, CH3, here Cl, and one more, CH3, CH2, Cl2. That means if you observe here, these 2 chlorine atoms, same chlorine atoms are attached to the adjacent carbon atoms. But here the 2 chlorine atoms are attached to the 1 carbon atom only. So that is also there. If, okay, they are attached to the adjacent carbon atoms, adjacent carbon atoms. They are called the vicinal dihalides. Vicinal dihalides or weak dihalides. Weak dihalides. Vicinal halides, here we will call it as vicinal halides or weak dihalides. Di we will use when we are using the weak, that is short form. Vicinal halides or weak dihalides. If they are at the same carbon atoms, they are called the geminal halides or gem dihalides. Gem dihalides. So they are like this. We will give the nomenclature. So alkylidene, that means 2 halogen atoms if they are containing. Alkaline dihalides. Again they are classified according to their presence. If the chlorine atoms, that is if the same halogen atoms are present adjacent carbon atoms, they are called the vicinal halides or weak dihalides. If the both halogen atoms are attached to the one carbon atom only, they are called the geminal halides or gem dihalides. So a lot of difference is there, just you have to understand. That is the more important. So we can come to know what is the name will be given for this one. If 2 carbon atoms are attached to 2 halogen atoms are attached to the adjacent carbon atoms, it is given the ethylene is there, alkylidene, alkaline dihalide. That means ethylene dichloride. What is the name is given? Ethylene is there, dichloride is there. Ethylene dichloride, that is the name is given. Or it can be written as weak what is this? Chloride. Weak dichloride. It is given as weak dichloride. Or what is the other name is given? Ethylene alkaline dihalides. That is ethylene dichloride. Ethylene dichloride. So like that we will give the name. Suppose if you take this one, what is the name is given? Ethylidene. Ethylidene, 2 components are there. Alkyl group is ethyl group. Ethylidene, okay, ethylidene chloride only we will write down. Ethylidene chloride. Or if you want to write down the dichloride, what you have to write down? Gem dichloride. Gem dichloride. So like that nomenclature is there. So in this one it is very very important. Okay, which will be written as alkylidene halides and alkylidene dihalides. Alkaline dihalides. So these are also called the weak dihalides. Also can be written weak dihalides. And these are called the geminal halides or gem dihalides. So just you check the halogen atoms where they are attached. Are they attached in the adjacent carbon atom? Are they attached to the one carbon atom only? If they are attached to the one carbon atom, geminal halides or gem dihalides. If they are attached to the adjacent carbon atoms, okay, alkaline dihalides or weak dihalides. So like that we will give the names. So remember exercise 10.1, 10.2 they have given, just to practice. Let us see one more representation of this carbon compounds. That is a curved manner. Okay. So one example, let us see how to give the names. CH3 here and one H here. Here double bond here. So this is the structure they have given. I told that whenever they give the structures like this manner, just you try to write down in the straight chain. So first CH3, take it. Then this is the another carbon atom, carbon. Again this is also another carbon atom. The carbon between these 2 carbon atoms, double bond is there, and for this carbon atom, hydrogen is attached. For this carbon atom, one CH3 is also attached, that is, and this is the another carbon atom, and it is attached to the hydrogen downside CH3 and Br. So this is the straight chain structure of this given compound. Then you just find out the longest carbon atoms chain. If you start from here, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So like this also we can take the structure. Or if you take like this, 1, 2, 3 and 4, and this is a branching if you take it. So it is not coming. So it is coming only 4. So total the highest branch is 5. So then you can give the name of this compound. Okay, whenever you are giving the name of the compound, first of all you have to follow the alphabetical order. So in this one, at the third carbon atom, okay, methyl group is there, and again at the fourth carbon atom, bromine is there. Whenever you are taking, you have to take the shortest chain. So if you start from here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you start from here also 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So out of these two, which is having the lowest number? Suppose if you start from here, it is the groups are in the shortest form. If you start from here, it is the longest form. 4 bromo you are getting. So it is not possible. So 2 bromo, 3 methyl. So like this you will get it. So now if you write the name, so first of all we should write down the alphabetical order. Bromine is there and methyl group is there. So which will come? Bromine starts from B, methyl starts from M. So first B only will come. At what carbon atom it is attached? Second carbon atom. So what is the name is to be written? 2-bromo. Next again. Next another one is the methyl group. 3-methyl. Next. So how many carbon atoms chain we have taken? 5 carbon atoms. So that is pentane. But here at the third carbon atom. So we are getting the double bond. And if you start from here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Suppose if it is 4, 2 bromo, 3 methyl. 1, 2, 3 pent, 3 ene. So like this pentene, where the double bond carbon atom is there, that carbon atom you have to mention. So 2 bromo, 3 methyl pent, 3 ene. So like this we can give the name. 4 bromo it is given. So you have to start from here only. Suppose if you start from here 4 bromo, 3 methyl pent, 2 ene. That is where the double bonds are least carbon atom, that only you mention it. So like this we will give the nomenclature. You practice some questions so that you can understand it. And page number it is given in this one. Nomenclature they have given. Exercises 10.1, 10.2. Just you go through once, then practice it.